Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good? Happy holidays to everyone from Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so I have another video for you, but this one is about the Indiana Fever, and I think I found Temi Fagbenle replacement. So the last few days, I have been trying to figure out what can the Fever do to replace Temi Fagbenle. We look at the current roster right now with Melissa Smith still on the roster. We look at situation with Katie Lou Samuelson because of her contract or whatever the case might be. So I started digging into the EuroLeague and the Turkish League, and because most of our players playing over there, some of the WNBA players playing over there, and I wanted to see what's over there. I wanted to do some digging to see who could fit the bill. And I came up with one person that I really think could be Temi's replacement, because of the fact of the matter is Temi's 6'4", she's 6'3", so far 6'4", but she's everything that we wanted. She has everything Temi has and more. And when I say more, she has scoring, she has passing ability, she plays inside, outside, she doesn't get stuck under the basket, she runs the floor, she plays defense, she claws the lane, she don't allow passes. And the person that I'm talking about is this person right here. Her name is oh man, let me pronounce about Nikolina Milic. I don't want to mess up her name. Lena. I'm just going to call her Lena right now. I don't want to mess up her last name because I was practicing it and I still can't get it. So, but she is 6'3". She started out with the Minnesota Lynx, and then she sat out the 2024 season just before Caitlin Clark got drafted by the Fever. And the Chicago Sky and the Minnesota Lynx made a trade for the 7th overall pick, and that 7th overall pick was the pick to go to draft excuse me, Angel Reese. So now with that trade, they sent Lena over to the Sky, and the Sky and the Lynx switched. They switched picks. The Lynx got the 8th pick, the Sky got the 7th pick, and plus for Sika Cone, she went there. Now, although that they still have her, so I had to do a lot of digging in this, a lot of digging to find out if she was available, not available, whatever the case may be. But she was a reserve player, free agent. Now, with that being said, she has to have 3 years in the league to sign with any other team. So I was looking, I said, well, she don't have 3 years, but then again, she does have 3 years. And her 2024 season, when she got traded with the Chicago Sky. But lo and behold, guess what she did? If she was still with the Minnesota Lynx, she would have never if the Lynx didn't make that trade, she would have probably played in the 2024 season. But since she got traded with them, because she was on a hardship contract at first and then expired, and then they picked her up for another hardship contract, and they moved her in a trade to Chicago, and she decided not to play. She sat out the whole 2024 season. So she has 3 years because she came into the league. She came to the Chicago Sky after 2 seasons with the Lynx, the 2022 and the 2023. So the 2024 makes it her 3rd year because she's the property of the Chicago Sky. Now with them, with the Lynx, she averaged 6 points and 3 rebounds, 11 minutes per game, and 70 games. She is currently playing overseas with Fairbanks in Turkey, and she's averaging 16 points and 9 rebounds with the KBLS. She's still playing over there now. Currently, she's over there now playing. And then she averaging in the domestic league 10 points, 6 rebounds in the Euro League play. And so both of them, but the thing about it is, now that she's a reserve free agent, see, if she didn't have 3 years under her belt, she would actually couldn't sign with another team unless the team traded for her. So now, I know y'all wonder, well, who is this person I'm talking about? Who is this person? Well, I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all who I'm talking about. I think, to me, I'm impressed with her. I'm impressed with her because I like what she does. Now, the first clip I'm going to show you is how she run the floor, how she passes the ball, and she scores a little bit.
Westbrook was chosen 21st by Seattle, and she got a good pass out to Milic. Courtney Vandersloot has 6 points and a season-high 8 rebounds. Carlton will take the deep 3. It's too strong. Milic is there with the rebound. Lina Milic. And this is her first WNBA regular season game tonight. But the reason that I want to bring her in here because I want to give some relief to Sybil Shepherd. Milic with a 3-pointer from the wing. Area Powers, top of the key. To Westbrook. And looking inside, no opening. Milic will take it and hit it. Lina Milic with the basket. Milic kept that ball alive. And Jefferson will push it up ahead to Powers, who finds Milic. And Lina Milic gets a roll on the basket. I thought you meant offensive rebounds, second chance point, but you mean rebounds in the second half. Got it. Milic. The 3-pointer is good for Nikolina Milic.
Now, with that first clip, you got to see a little bit different things about her. Now, in the EuroLeague, she runs the floor more and she shoots more. You might not get to see that because in her WNBA action, because the fact of the matter is she was coming off the bench because she played over there with Ariel Powers, who I'm very impressed, who I really want to come to the Fever. And then she played over there with Nafisha Carter and Kayla McBride, and they all 3 played overseas together. So she's familiar with them. So, but the thing about it is with Milic is that, see, I said it. Lina Milic, about her is that she has an all-around game, and that's something Temi didn't have. Now, Temi will run the floor, she played defense, but when there was times in the second half of the season when Caitlin threw outlet passes to her, she couldn't finish under the basket. Then there was one game that the ball was passed to her and they left her on the island by herself. She could not score or whatever. It's easy to score in it. It's not. I won't say it's easy to score in the EuroLeague, but you see Temi now in the EuroLeague, she's scoring. But in the WNBA, she don't utilize all of those skills because the coaching wants her to do different things. So she don't get to show off that. But with somebody like Lina Milic, she won't In a situation like that, if Clark passed her the ball and she's down low, she's not going to allow herself to get trapped and not know what to do with the ball. She's going to look for a cutter or passer and get the ball out her hand. You know what I'm saying? Or she'll get the ball back. That's one thing I could say that she has very good IQ when it comes to basketball. And that's the kind of person you need to play with Caitlin Clark, a person that has very high IQ, a person that really can get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? And then she could run the floor. Now, like I said, she's 6'3", she's 30 years old, but she has experience playing overseas and she has experience playing in the W. She's a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, me personally, she would be the perfect replacement for Temi Fagbenle, especially coming off the bench. You could have her play behind Aaliyah Boston. If you were to make a trade, say you did make a trade and get Satu Sabli, you know what I'm saying? Then guess what? Milic would be she would be easy for you to trade away Nalissa Smith, because you want and need Nalissa Smith now. Everything that we think Nalissa Smith should be doing, Lina Milic does it better, 10 times better. She could shoot the three decently. Her numbers in the W wasn't up, but she can't shoot. So if you didn't understand what I'm talking about, I have another clip to show you, and then I'll come back to you. Roll that footage. All right, so there you have it. And another thing about this is you have another ball handler on the floor. That's something that the Indiana Fever didn't have this past season. They didn't have enough ball handlers. You might have Caitlin, you might have you could say Kelsey, Erica Wheeler, but you didn't have enough on the floor at the same time. See, what will make it so hard if you had a lineup like that, especially you have somebody like her come off the bench that could give you 10 points, that could run with the offense, especially if you set Aaliyah out, you have somebody like Milic that could run the floor. Say then you have Asia Suka. If you drafted her at number 8, you have her to come behind. If you had a trade with Temi Fagbenle, say you had a Milic, Sika, and Ariel Powers on a cheat, your bench would be so strong, so strong. Then you have so much spacing, 3-point threat, fast pace running the floor. You got different ball handlers. Then guess what? The defense can't collapse on Caitlin Clark no more. They can't trap her no more. They can't pick her up 90 feet no more. They have to pay attention to every little piece that you have on the floor. And that makes Caitlin's game much dangerous, because guess what? Now Caitlin can shoot them 30-footers. Now she's wide open for these 30-footers. Now she's scoring 25, 24, 25 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Kelsey Mitchell scoring up in the 20s. Aaliyah Boston. Guess what? You got a person like Milic on the floor. Will Aaliyah Boston say you have Satu Satsu probably getting a rest, and you bring a Milic in. You know what I'm saying? And you don't lose that move, that player off the floor. And guess what's going to happen? Aaliyah Boston is going to eat in the paint. She's going to eat because guess what? Milic, some of the other footage I have been watching tonight of her is that she'll be a person that can guard Asia Wilson. You could pull a person like Asia Wilson out of the paint. Same thing with Brittany Griner. Same thing if you had if you playing Jacquel Jones and Breonna Stewart, you have two people that could pull them out. That makes it getting to the basket a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? You think about it else. The way the Seattle Storm is built, you have big people to manipulate that. Then you can match up against a Minnesota Lynx team. You know what I'm saying? They not big, but they're very fluent. Now you can match that intensity that they bring. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, picking up somebody like Milic will be so superb for this Indiana Fever team. I think she will be the ideal replacement for Temi. Just for all the things that I have shown you and told you about, she's the ideal replacement because there's nobody in the WNBA free agent right now, especially with Temi's size and height, that you're going to find replace unless you get somebody older. Unless you go out there, a Tina Charles. Tina Charles, she's balling over there. You want to get, and like I said, I do believe Amber Cox is going to look overseas, but me personally, I will advocate hardly for Lina Milic because I think she's just what we need. She's 30 years old. She's right there. She's right at the prime. She could run the floor. She could pass. She could shoot threes. She could do everything. She could do screen and rolls. She could drive inside and out. And then that's another thing. You don't have to use, and then Dantes, you don't have to worry about keeping her on the floor a lot either. You could bring her in sparingly. So you're gonna have a variety of players that you could utilize if you utilize them and pick them well. I still have another video coming tomorrow about the free agents that they should pick, and I'll jump on that. But this is probably a main pick that the Fever should look at if you want to replace what Temi gave you, because she's the same type of player as Temi, but at the same time, she does a lot more. She does way, way more than what Temi Fagbenle gave us. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, she runs the floor. She could pass on the break. Just imagine, Caitlin could Caitlin push the ball, pass to her. Boom, she could find the next cutter. That's 3 passes. You know what I'm saying? Or she can run the floor. Caitlin dump it to her. She's not going to miss layups. She's not going to miss layups. You know what I'm saying? She's going to make it count. And she knows how to get to the rim. She knows how to draw fouls. So that's another thing. That's another beneficial area that the Fever would need with a person like Lina Milic. So me personally, I think Lina to me, the Fever has choices. To be honest with you, the Fever has choices. Especially because me personally, if you pick up a Lina Milic and trade Nalissa Smith, you ain't have to worry about it. Then you could, like I said, you could pick up an Ariel Powers for defensive purpose, along with her Katie Lou, especially trapping defense and everything like that. That toughness, I love what Ariel Powers does. Then you got a young person on the bench. You can have the play behind Asia Savit. You have a 19-year-old that you could develop and learn from her, play behind her. Even if you got Milic for one season, at least Savit will be ready to step into that role and see next year. You know what I'm saying? It's all about development, and you got the right person on your team to develop. So I do believe, this is my notion, I do believe that the Indiana Fever is going to find some young overseas players that they gonna bring over to develop. I think they seen what the Minnesota Lynx do and Cheryl Reeves over there. Even though I don't like Cheryl Reeves that well, but hey, I can't knock her team. She definitely goes over. She definitely stays in the overseas market and pulling players. So give me your thoughts on Lena Milic. Tell me what you think. Me personally, I think she will be a plus to replace Temi. I know we all love Temi. We love her toughness. We know she has, was there to, had Caitlin Black and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's days like Amber Carter said, we need 3-and-D players that can play inside, outside, defense, run the floor, and be able to. And you think about this. If you're playing the Connecticut Sun with the Wanda Bonner, Milic is the perfect person that could guard her. Then you could use somebody like a Satu. You could use somebody like Katie Lou differently. You could use, Katie Lou might be buried on the bench again if you get all these players. Maybe, and to be honest with you, if you look at how Milic runs the floor, that's supposed to be Katie Lou. Katie Lou's supposed to be like that. And maybe Katie Lou playing in Unrivaled this year would help her get back in shape so we could see Katie Lou. Now, there's been video I have seen early in the season how Katie Lou used to play, and I don't think she's a bad player. I think when you have a baby, you have to work your way back in shape. You know what I'm saying? And I think she didn't work herself. She tried, but it was kind of hard on her. And I think, taking care of a child and all that played a little toll. And plus, nobody's going to trade for her with that contract. So, you could keep her on the bench as a cheerleader or, whatever, and find pieces that's going to fit your team. But anyway, again, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Lena Milic. Personally, I like her. I think she fits what the Fever needs right now. Until the next episode, it's your boy Livewire Sports Media, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.